Ramam Munijana Sevita Sri Ramam Munijana Sevita Sri Ramam Pratha Smaranam Sri Ramam Anandadayaka Sri Ramam Moksha Pradayaka Sri Ramam Anandadayaka Sri Ramam Moksha Pradayaka Sri Ramam Bhajamana Sai Ramam Ramam Bhajamana Sai Ramam Ramam Pratha Smaranam Sri Ramam Munijana Sevita Sri Ramam Pratha Smaranam Sri Ramam Anandadayaka Sri Ramam Moksha Pradayaka Sri Ramam Bhajamana Sai Ramam Ramam Bhajamana Sai Ramam Ramam Pratha Smaranam Sri Ramam.
Namaskaram. Welcome to Sri Spandan 2021, an account of Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra's birthday celebrations. On this auspicious day, we welcome you all to wish you a very, very happy Navami festival, celebrated throughout the world. The history, origin and significance of Navami. Navami celebrates the birth of Rama or Ramachandra on the 9th day of the first fortnight of Chaitra, the birth of Rama, which is commemorated. In some parts of India, Navami is a 9-day festival. Namaskaram. Welcome to Sri Spandan 2021, an account of Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra's birthday celebrations. On this auspicious day, we welcome you all to wish you a very, very happy Navami festival, celebrated throughout the world. In other words, Navami is a famous Indian festival which is celebrated throughout the world. Significance of Navami in Bharat, where Ram is the most important personality of Godhead. The significance of this festival of Navami expresses the birth of Lord Ram as Maryada Purushottam, to honor Lord Vishnu as Ram avtaar, and establishment of Dharma in the world is celebrated. Lord Rama was born in Ayodhya to Kaushalya and Dasharath in Treta Yuga. Sai Ram. Now let's try to focus on what our dearest Bhagawan Sri Satya Sai Baba of Puttaparthi, Bharat, says about Bhagawan Sri Rama or Sri Ramachandra, about Rama, Lord Rama. Navami, the birth of Sri Rama, is celebrated in all lands. Rama had deed, word and thought, body, speech and mind ever pure and totally free from blemish. Really speaking, one ought to revere the story of Rama as a profound allegory. Inspiring stories of deep devotion to the Lord from Ramakatha Rasavahini. Beginning in the late 1969 till August 1977, Satya Sai Baba wrote every month a chapter or two on the life of Lord Rama, with a lot of intricate details and insights. This was later compiled as the Ramakatha Rasavahini, which means the nectar of Ramayana, as we call it, the story of Ramayana. Of course, Ramayana is a real life story and it really occurred. It's a true story which occurred almost about 5,500 years ago. So these stories were written in two parts as Ramakatha Rasavahini part 1 and part 2. Satya Sai Baba wrote, God, when appearing with form for the sake of upholding Dharma, behaves in a human way. He must do that. And this is his resolve, and he does that. For he has to hold forth the ideal before people and confer the experience of joy and peace on people. This is what Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba wrote. Baba also continues writing what he wrote. His movements and playful activities of Rama, Leelas, might appear ordinary and common to many, but his acts are totally divine in nature. That's what Baba says. But each of these acts will be an expression of beauty, truth, goodness, joy and exultation. Baba further continues writing, and what he has written, what I'm telling it to you. Each will captivate the world and its charm and purify the heart that contemplates it. Each act will overcome and overwhelm all the agitations of the mind, tear the veil of illusion, that is Maya, and fill the consciousness with sweetness. There can be nothing ordinary and common in the advent of avatars and in their mission. Whatever is seen and taken as of that nature is really superhuman, supernatural, deserving high reverence. The story of Rama is not the story of an individual. It is the story of the universe itself. Rama is a personification of the entire universe and the cosmos, whatever you may call the entire universe. Universe, cosmos, Jagat, whatever we may call. That's what Baba says. The story of Rama is not the story of an individual. It is the story of the entire creation. Rama is the personification of the entire universe or cosmos in which all beings live. Rama is the personification of the entire universe's values residing in all beings, or Rama is the personification of the universal values in all beings. Sri Sai Ram. Rama Setu and its significance. Let's talk about it. These are stories untold and revealed going back in time more than 5,500 years ago, during the period of Bhagawan Sri Rama, a day in the building process of Rama Setu, or the Rama's bridge, which is now called as the Adam's Bridge. Okay? This is where Sri Rama is camping in the forest and getting the team of Vanaras who are there to assist Bhagwan Sri Rama. They are helping Bhagwan Sri Rama to build the Rama Setu, which is about 20 miles in length, about 30 kilometers in the Indian Ocean from the tip of India, called Dhanushkodi. Sri Rama is here in the forests along with Hanuman, who is also a commander-in-chief, and a beautiful incident became available as Sri Rama. This incident is between Sri Rama and Sri Hanuman, who is a very ardent devotee of Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra, and he is also a commander-in-chief of Bhagwan Sri Ramachandra's army. When Hanuman is exercising always and is preparing his mighty leaps to help Rama succeed in his mission to bring back his kidnapped wife Sita Devi from Sri Lanka, Hanuman is totally devoted and knows that Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra is God or avatar who is walking the planet. But due to the Maya or the illusion in the current situation, he is also trying to explore the divine attributes of Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra. He is also trying to also explore the spiritual powers of Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra, though he knows that Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra is God incarnate or the divine incarnation or an avatar. Simultaneously, this is what he's trying to do simultaneously. Here goes this incident now. As Hanuman is exercising with a couple of his army members or a team of Ram Setu builders of the Vanara or the monkey team or the monkey men team, at about 100 feet or about 80 feet, he notices Sri Ramachandra looking at him, who is seated a little far away, maybe at about 100 feet. Yeah? Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra is seated with Lakshmana very close to on a small rock. They are watching Hanuman exercise about 100 to 80 feet away from where they're sitting. And they're sitting very close to a hut, or it's called maybe a mandir of Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra, a small hut, attached hut, wherein there is the puja activities and everything go on for Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra. Sort of a mandir for the Vanara army, which is also incidentally the house of Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra, a temporary. But in this situation, we need to understand Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra is controlling Hanuman's ability to jump higher and is teaching Hanuman as to who is actually responsible for the feats of Hanuman's success to fame. He's trying to help Hanuman jump. In other words, he's giving the energy to Hanuman to jump higher. On the other hand, Hanuman does not know these facts in the current situation as he is exercising, and he just in the state of exercising, in the state of doing his daily routine, he has completely forgotten that Bhagwan Sri Ramachandra for maybe a couple of moments or seconds that Bhagwan Sri Ramachandra is God himself, because this is what the Maya is, the illusion is. But though Hanuman is so devoted to Bhagwan Sri Ramachandra, this is how Bhagwan Sri Ramachandra creates the Maya. Okay, and is completely Hanuman is completely in a physical ambience of his goal-oriented practice of exercising and jumping and making long higher jumps. It's on the spot jumps, and he's having a strenuous workout, in other words. This is the situation. This is the current situation. Hanuman knows that Rama is looking at him, but he is at the same time unsure whether he is actually looking at him, because it's a certain amount of distance, about 100 to 80 feet. So he's not sure whether he's really looking at him. So Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra is slightly restricting him, and his jump or leap is not to the highest he can do, or the farther than he can expect. He's trying to restrict Hanuman's jump and these exercises. This is due to the controlling spiritual powers of Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra. Hanuman is completely ignorant about this. He then looks at Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra and tries another jump or leap. But again Sri Ramachandra looks at Hanuman, but this time allows him to jump slightly higher. Hanuman feels relieved as he is jumping, and he takes a peek at his divine master. Once again he tries to look at Bhagwan Sri Ramachandra, and suddenly he feels that there is a slight chance that Bhagwan Sri Ramachandra may be looking at him. Because Bhagwan Sri Ramachandra also moves his head and is acting as though he is looking at Hanuman. But Hanuman is still not sure that this might be due to Sri Ramachandra's grace that a higher jump was coming, and it could be possible. At the same time, Sri Rama is casting his divine glance and focusing his energies on Hanuman for him to jump higher. With the next series of jumps or exercises, Hanuman is somewhat sure that it is due to only Sri Rama's grace that he may be even jumping higher. So now he does not miss a glance to completely to see to that that something is going on between Hanuman and Rama, and Hanuman wants to make sure that that Rama is observing him, and they both know each other, that this is happening. This is what he wants to make sure. And Hanuman makes the third leap. Bhagwan Sri Ramachandra now at the same time completely focuses and gives energy from his divine eyes and makes Hanuman jump even higher. Hanuman is wonderstruck at his own efforts and Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra's grace and shouts, "Jai Sri Ram! Jai Sri Ramachandra!" and completes his final jump and his final exercise. But at this point, Hanuman is completely clear, and his monkey mind that Sri Ramachandra has made him succeed in his leaping feats and exercises, and is going to do the same in building the Rama Setu by giving these similar energies and powers of strength and courage to the monkey army or Vanara Sainya. But at this point, Hanuman realizes that that it is only due to Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra's grace and the energies which Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra is giving through his divine will and powers, that the entire army which Rama had segregated for this purpose and due to his grace, that they are able to build this beautiful bridge across Dhanushkodi from Bharat, India towards Sri Lanka, which is about 30 kilometers. So they were able to do this enormous feat, and also Hanuman was he was given a lot of energy for him to succeed, to do a lot of work, to a lot of amazing work for Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra during his mission to establish Dharma, that is righteousness, across this particular land. Then the next scene is that Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra looks at Lakshmana, who is seated close to him, and smiles, and they both have an internal laugh at each other. Rama, as Hanuman completes his final jump, blesses Hanuman, raising his hands, and confirms his grace on Hanuman. This is what Bhagwan Sri Ramachandra does. This is how the entire Rama Setu project was completed. It completed in a matter of, they say it's completed in a matter of 5 days, but we need to see how this exactly took place, because there are various theories about how this bridge was built and everything. But this particular incident between Sri Ramachandra and Sri Hanuman, it became available because of a certain energy, and blessing of Bhagwan Sri Ramachandra, as I may say. And I profusely thank Bhagwan Sri Ramachandra, who is resident in all the living beings on this planet. Next, we have a beautiful presentation on Bhagwan Sri Ramachandra by Sri Raviraj Nasiri and Sri Anup Jalota. This program, in fact, is on public demand that we are retelecasting this program, this particular song, as I may call it, and this particular bhajan. It is an amazing, beautifully composed bhajan by Raviraj Naseri, and of course beautifully rendered by Sri Anup Jalota in a duet. Thank you.
Ramo Rajmani Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Ramena Viyata Nisha Characham Ramaya Tasmai Namah Ramanasti Parayanam Parataram Rama Sada Samyaham Ramaschitalaya Sada Bhavatu Me Ramama Mudhara Kalyana Rama Ananda Rama Kalyana Rama Ananda Rama Sagama Rama Nida Nida Magama Sagani Sagani Sagama Kalyana Rama Ananda Rama Kalyana Rama Ananda Rama Kalyana Rama Ananda Rama Rama Shri Rama Jaya 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 Rama Kalyana Rama Ananda Rama Kalyana Rama Ananda Rama zani sa ma ma ga zani sa da ni da da ga ma ga zani sa da ni da ga ma ga zani da sa avatar sai avatar अवतार सत्य साई रामा पूर्ण अवतार सत्य साई रामा कल्याण रामा आनंद रामा सत्य साई रामा आनंद रामा सत्य साई रामा आनंद रामा सत्य साई आनंद रामा निज धनिद गमग धनिद मग जनिज मग जनिज गमद नि 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 सा सनि जला नि नि वा मद ग मग मद ग धगनि नि सा ग ग म म द द नि नि च द नि द आनंद रामा साई रामा सत्य साई रामा अवतार साई अवतार साई अवतार रामा अवतार साई अवतार रामा अवतार साई अवतार रामा 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 अवतार साई अवतार रामा पूर्ण अवतार सत्य साई रामा पूर्ण Sagama, Magama, Gazagani, Magama, Gazagani, Magama, Sagani, Sagama, Nina, Avatar, Sai, Avatar, Rama, Gazani, Sagama, Sagani, Sagani, Nisa, 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 the Gamaga, Avatar Sai, Avatar Purna, Purna Avatar Satya Sai Satya Sai Rama Avatar Rama Shri Sai Rama Shri Sai Shri Sai Rama Avatar Rama Sat Sai Rama Sat Sai Rama Avatar Rama Avatar Sai Avatar Rama Avatar Sai Sani Dara Nidani Wa Navadaga Nagamara Gamadani Tadanita Avatar Sai Avatar Rama Purna पूर्ण अवतार सत्य साई रामा कल्याण रामा आनंद रामा कल्याण रामा आनंद रामा कल्याण रामा आनंद रामा
Jai Shri Ram. My experience of the Ram temple, which I used to visit as a small child, this happened in a certain place where I lived, of course. and was born and brought up there. And there was a very beautiful temple close by to my home. And I just want to talk about why I'm telling you this particular incident is because I want to talk about how these energies of Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra or Sri Rama, how the prana pratisthapana is done to these temples, and exactly how these energies they reverberate and create beautiful spaces, amazing spaces of energies, for positive energies, and create positive vibes for people and come out in devotion and worship. And also these particular energies, they negate they nullify. Okay, so they nullify the negative tendencies which arise in a human's mind, a person's mind. So this is the efficacy of this prana pratisthapana done to these idols. So this is what our ancient Indian tradition, our culture has been doing since thousands and thousands of years. The prana pratisthapana for the idols in these beautiful temples. In my place in India, the Ram Mandir, I could see the entire idol reverberate and shake almost 3 centimeters. I could see it maybe around 10-20 feet or maybe 30 feet from this idol when I used to go and pray. I used to see the entire idol and only the crown part of Bhagwan Sri Ramachandra's, the beautiful idol, only the crown part used to stay just fixed. It was a beautiful black granite idol, polished, amazingly polished, very shiny. And I could see the entire face of Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra's idol completely shake. And only the crown part of this particular idol, it was just fixed, the golden crown part. So this happened to me all the time whenever I visited this particular temple. And I used to pinch myself so that I'm not dreaming. So this is what used to happen to me. And I said, okay, maybe these are amazing energies. I used to visit this temple every day after I finished my college. And every day I used to attend college. Of course, physically we used to attend the college. Now everything is going, most of it is online. And there's a completely different culture going on in terms of education. But during those times, every day I wanted to witness this particular miracle. It was a miracle to me. So there's so many things going on in the world which we call miracles, but these are extremely powerful energies. Sometimes we can't see, sometimes we can see, sometimes we really experience it, though we cannot see it. So a lot of things going on. So I just wanted to bring to everybody's notice about these particular energies as to why the consecration of idols are done and what is the necessity for doing so. The consecration of the idol, the consecration of spaces in the temple, the negative energies are completely dissipated and made null, and the positive aspects of creation of one's human system is in fact infinitely recharged if and only if one is connected and is making great efforts to connect through sadhana or perseverance. Consecration is a term depicted only in this part of the world, which is Bharat, India, which is going on since maybe around 10,000 years or so. It is only by these spiritual processes today we find peace in many parts of the world from this particular spiritual center of excellence, which is centered around Bharat, as I may call it. So this is what our avatars have been teaching, and this type of energies were always available in India. Next, we have a beautiful Bharatanatyam musical dance presentation on Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra by the students of Sohar Musical Institute under the able guidance of their director, Srimati Geeta Shankar from Oman, the Sultanate of Oman. Thank you so much. Om Sri Sai Ram.
Om Sri Sai Ram. I am Mrs. Geeta Ravishankar, the director of Sohar Institute for Music and Arts, Sohar in Sultanate of Oman. We thank Girisha Yoga Foundation USA for giving us the opportunity to perform in the virtual celebration of Rama Navami. We are pleased to present a Bharatanatyam dance to Saint Tulasidas bhajan song, Sri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajamana, set in Yaman Kalyani Raga and Mishra Chaputala. Girisha Yoga Foundation is doing an exemplary service as a non-profitable organization, not only by coaching in yoga for a good health of mind and body, but also providing healing and counseling sessions to people affected with mental disorders or depression or physically challenged. They are also arranging many virtual programs on important Hindu festivals. I am very much impressed with their content and concepts. I am sure that all of you will enjoy this dance and today's Rama Navami celebration. Om Sai Ram.
श्रीराघवं दशरथात्मज अप्रमेयम् सीतापतिं रघुकुलान्वय रत्नदीपम् अजानुबाहुं अरविन्द दलायताक्षम् रामम् निशाचर विनाशकरम् नमामि 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 श्रीराम 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 श्रीरामचंद्र कृपालु भजो मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् 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 नवकंजलोचन कंजमुख कर कंजपद कंजारुणम् नवकंजलोचन कंजमुख कर कंजपद कंजारुणम् श्रीराम रामचंद्र कृपालो भजो मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् श्रीराम 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 कंदर्पय गणित अमित छवि नवनील नीरज सुंदरम कंदर्पय गणित अमित छवि नवनील नीरज सुंदरम पटपीतमानहु तडित रुचि सुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरम पटपीतमानहु तडित रुचि सुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरम श्रीराम 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 भजु दीन बंधु दिनेश दानव दैत्य वंश निकंदनम भजु दीन बंधु दिनेश दानव दैत्य वंश निकंदनम रघुनंदन कोशल चंद दशरथ नंदनम रघुनंद आनंद कंद कोशल चंद दशरथ नंदनम श्रीरामचंद्र कृपालु भजो मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् श्रीराम 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 सिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदार अंग विभूषणम सिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदार अंग विभूषणम आजानुभुज सरचापधर संग्रामजित खरदूषणम आजानुभुज सरचापधर संग्रामजित खरदूषणम श्रीरामचंद्र कृपालो भजो मन हरण भव भय दारुणम् श्रीराम 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 Shri Ram, 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 Shri Ram. Iti vadati Tulasidas Shankara Shesha Muni Manaranjanam. Iti vadati Tulasidas Shankara Shesha Muni Manaranjanam. Mama Hridaya Kanjanivasa Guru Kamadi Khaladala Manjanam. Mama Hridaya Kanjanivasa Guru Kamadi Khaladala Manjanam. Sri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajumana Harana Bhava Bhayadarunam. Navakanjalochana Kanjamukha Kara Kanja Pada Kanjarunam. Sri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajumana Harana Bhava Bhayadarunam. Shri Ram, 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 Shri Ram,
Jai Shri Ram. Today I will teach you a beautiful pranayama. It is a pranayama with a mantra vibration and also a meditation which happens as you particularly practice this particular technique. Alright, so let's try to do this, and please join me and listen to this particular authorizations, and please practice this technique. This particular day, it's amazing to do this particular technique. So kindly let's give it a try. So this particular pranayama is very important. It gives you a lot of positive vibes when you practice it, especially with the mantra vibrations, which revolves in your mind. Okay, thank you. Let's start. Sit straight. Keep your chin held a little high. Keep your back straight. Keep your spine straight. Palms, hands and palms on your knees. Sit in a lotus posture. I'll just show you how to do this. Sit in Dhyana Mudra. Your palms on your knees and sitting in Dhyana Mudra. Dhyana Mudra. Close your forefinger and your thumb. Okay? And place it on your knees. Sitting in lotus posture, keep your back straight, chin held a little high. Inhale through both the nostrils. While inhalation, please chant this mantra in your mind. Inhale through both the nostrils. Om Bhu. Now stop inhalation, hold your breath. When you hold the breath, chant this mantra in your mind. Om Bhuvaha, Om Suvaha, Om Mahaha, Om Chanaha, Om Tapaha. Now exhale through both the nostrils. Om Satyam. Now hold the breath. Now inhale again. While you inhale, Om Bhu. Hold the breath. Om Bhuvaha, Om Suvaha, Om Mahaha, Om Chanaha, Om Tapaha. Exhale through both the nostrils. Om Satyam. Once again, inhale to both the nostrils. Om Bhu. Close both the nostrils. Block both the nostrils and stop breathing. Om Bhuvaha, Om Suvaha, Om Mahaha, Om Chanaha, Om Tapaha. Exhale through both the nostrils. Om Satyam. This is the method of doing this particular pranayama with the mantra vibrations. When I say block both the nostrils, you just automatically stop breathing, that's all. Okay? And then release it. So this pranayama is very, very important to create good vibrations in yourself through the mantra vibrations, and it's very effective. Okay, it's very effective. It is it's called a spiritual pranayama, and it is based on the positive vibrations which can be created by this particular mantra. Our next talking about in Guru Purnima. So thank you so much. We'll do 3 rounds, and then you can go to the next session. Let's start. Complete exhalation. Now closing your eyes, sitting straight. Keep your chin held a little high. Complete exhalation through the nostrils. Complete exhalation through the nostrils. Now inhale. Complete exhalation. Complete inhalation. Complete exhalation. Inhale. While you inhale, chant this mantra in your mind. Om Bhuhu. Close both the nostrils. Om Bhuvaha. Om Suvaha. Om Mahaha. Om Chanaha. Om Tapaha. Exhale through both the nostrils. Om Satyam. Now inhale through both the nostrils. Om Bhuhu. While inhalation, chant this mantra. Om Bhuhu. Hold the breath. Om Bhuvaha. Om Suvaha. Om Mahaha. Om Chanaha. Om Tapaha. Exhale through both the nostrils. Chant in your mind. Om Satyam. Now inhale. Om Bhuhu. Hold the breath. Om Bhuvaha. Om Suvaha. Om Mahaha. Om Chanaha. Om Tapaha. Exhale through both the nostrils. Om Satyam. Stay in this state of silence. The mantra vibrations are revolving in your mind. Automatically, as you inhale, chant Om Bhuhu. When you hold the breath, keep on revolving the mind. Om Bhuvaha, Om Suvaha, Om Mahaha, Om Chanaha, Om Tapaha. While you exhale, chant Om Satyam in your mind. Chant Om Satyam. Keep on repeating. Now, after the final repetition in your mind and practice, now normal breathing, a deep inhalation, complete exhalation, a deep inhalation, complete exhalation, a deep inhalation, focusing in between your eyebrows, a bright colored flame.
Shri Sai Rama Sundara Nama. Shri Sai Rama Sundara Nama. Pavana Charana Prashanti Rama. Pavana Charana Prashanti Rama. Shri Sai Rama Sundara Nama. Jagadashaya Bhava विमोचनम् जगदाश्रय भव बन्धविमोचनम् अहल्योद्धारक राम हरे अहल्योद्धारक राम हरे राम हरे राम हरे राम हरे साई राम हरे भर्तिपुरीशा मंगलधामा भर्तिपुरीशा मंगलधामा पावन शरणा प्रशान्ति रामा पावन शरणा प्रशान्ति रामा श्री साई रामा सुंदर नामा पावन शरणा प्रशान्ति रामा श्री साई रामा.
A jyoti or a lamp. Join both your hands together. Deep inhalation. Exhale and chant Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Slowly open your eyes. Thank you so much. Jai Shri Ram. I thank everyone who watched this beautiful program, and let us take whatever best we can from this beautiful program today and keep it in our thoughts, especially the beautiful memories of Bhagawan Sri Ramachandra on this particular day of Sri Navami. Thank you very much for watching this program. Sri Rama Spandan 2021. Girisha Yoga Foundation. I thank everyone on behalf of Girisha Yoga Foundation for coming together and watching this program and making it a grand success. Take care. Jai Shri Ram.
अहल्योद्धारक राम हरे अहल्योद्धारक राम हरे राम हरे राम हरे राम हरे साई राम हरे भर्तिपुरीशा मंगलधामा भर्तिपुरीशा
Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram.